study the lesson 5 part 3. Already we have studied the lesson 5 part 1 and lesson 5 part 2. Already besides this we have already studied 8 தட்டடவுஸ், 8 நாட்டடவுஸ், 4 பரவல் அடவுஸ், 4 குதித்த மட்டு அடவுஸ் or குத்து மட்டு அடவுஸ், 4 different variations. All these we have already studied. Now we are studying the கோர்வை அடவு. In our previous lesson 5 part 1 we had studied the கோர்வை அடவு 1 and கோர்வை அடவு 2. Again in our lesson 5 part 2 we have studied the அடவு கோர்வை அடவு 3 and கோர்வை அடவு 4. Today we will study the கோர்வை அடவு 5. Today we will study the கோர்வை அடவு 5, கோர்வை அடவு 6 and கோர்வை அடவு 7. I have already told you in our கோர்வை அடவுஸ் we have 7 categories or 7 variations, and already we have finished in our previous lessons 4 different variations. Today we will study a new கோர்வை அடவு, that is the 5th கோர்வை அடவு in the கோர்வை அடவு series. So I will show you how to do the கோர்வை அடவு. The கோர்வை அடவு, the syllable for this கோர்வை அடவு, earlier கோர்வை அடவுஸ் we have used ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta. Ta, tei, ta, ti, tei, ta. Ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta. We use that syllable only for our first 4 variations of கோர்வை அடவு. But for the 5th and 6th கோர்வை அடவு, which we are going to study today, we will do little bit different than the earlier syllable what we had done it. That would be ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta, ta, tei, ta, di, tei, tei. Ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta, ta, tei, ta, di, tei, tei. That is the syllable for 5th கோர்வை அடவு and 6th கோர்வை அடவு. I will explain the syllable for the 5th கோர்வை அடவு and 6th கோர்வை அடவு. Already we have learned the first variation, second variation, third variation and 4th variations of கோர்வை அடவு. For those கோர்வை அடவு, the syllable was same. For those கோர்வை அடவு, we use ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta. Ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta. For this 5th and 6th variation, the syllable is little bit different from the first 4 variations. That would be ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta, ta, tei, ta, di, tei, tei. Ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta, ta, tei, ta, di, tei, tei. That is the syllable for the 5th and the 6th variations of கோர்வை அடவு. Now I will explain the 5th variation of கோர்வை அடவு. First of all, I will explain the movements of the leg position for this அடவு. It would be like this. Ta, tei, ta, di, tei, ta, tai ta, tat tai ta, dit te tai. This is the way we have to do the fifth கோர்வை அடவு. As usual, initially we have to adapt the Arai-Mandi Sthana position or Alida Mandala Sthana position. See, once again I will show you. We have to adapt the Arai-Mandi Sthana position, Alida Mandala position. It would be like this. Tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, ta, tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, tai, tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, ta, tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, tai. This is the way we have to do the fifth கோர்வை அடவு. Now I will show you how to do the hand movements for this adavu. The hand gestures what we are going to adapt for this adavu is only Tirupadaga. But the Tirupadaga hand gesture, we have to keep it in both hands. Both hands we have to keep the Tirupadaga hand gesture. The hand gesture for this we have to adapt only the Tirupadaga hand gesture. The Tirupadaga hand gesture we have to adapt for both hands. Now I will explain how to do the fifth கோர்வை அடவு with the hands. What are the movements of the legs and what are the hand movements of the adavu. For this adavu, we are adapting the Tirupadaga hand gesture. We are adapting the Tirupadaga hand gesture for both the hands. Both the hands we are adapting the Tirupadaga hand gesture. But the positions are different. For the initially when we do that the hand over my head, I am doing the right side now. I am keeping my left hand up and the right hand, the palm has to face the audience. The left hand has to face upwards. The right hand palm should have to face the audience. Only I am using Tirupadaga hand gesture only for this particular adavu. That the positions you see, tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, ta, tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, tai, tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, ta, tat, tai, ta, dit, tai, tai. Sixth கோர்வை அடவு. Sixth கோர்வை அடவு has so many similarities with the fifth கோர்வை அடவு. There are so many similarities between the sixth கோர்வை அடவு and fifth கோர்வை அடவு. Only the differences we can find at the initial level only the differences could be identified. After the particular stage, we are following the same methods of fifth கோர்வை அடவு. I will illustrate you the footwork for that. As usual, we have to adapt the Araimandi Sthana position, Anida Mandala Sthana position. And also for this particular step, we have to adapt the Mulumandi Sthana position also. For this, we are adapting Araimandi Sthana position as well as Mulumandi Sthana position. Araimandi Sthana position means the half sitting position and Mulumandi Sthana position means the full sitting position. Now I will illustrate the footwork for that. It would be like this. Sat, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tat, tai, tam, dit, tai. This is the way of doing the footwork. The hand gestures for this as the fifth கோர்வை அடவு. For this also, for both the hands, we are holding திருப்பதாக hand gesture. We are holding திருப்பதாக hand gesture for both the hands. Both the hands, we are holding the திருப்பதாக hand gesture. And it would be like this. That means when I illustrate the right side, the left hand over my head should face upwards, and also the hand at the chest level should also face upwards. And the right hand, which is at my chest level, also should have to face upwards. It should be tat, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tat, tai, tam, dit, tai, tat, tai, tam, dit, tai, tam, tat, tai, tam, dit, tai. This is the way we coordinate the legs. Leg position, leg movements, hand and hand positions. Different dancers, different teachers, they illustrate the same steps with slight differences, but all are correct. All, we can't say this is correct, this is wrong, this is correct, this is wrong, like that. They adapt it with slight differences, but if it adhere to the correct proper thala and syllable, then it could be considered all are correct. Now I will explain to you the seventh கோர்வை அடவு. The seventh கோர்வை அடவு is entirely different from the fifth and the sixth கோர்வை அடவு. Even the syllable for the seventh கோர்வை அடவு is also different from the sixth and the கோர்வை அடவுஸ். For the fifth and the sixth கோர்வை அடவுஸ், we were using தத்தை தா, தித்தை தா, தத்தை தா, தித்தை தை. தத்தை தா, தித்தை தா, தத்தை தா, தித்தை தை. But for the seventh variation of கோர்வை அடவு, we are almost using the same syllable what we had already used for the first கோர்வை அடவு, second கோர்வை அடவு, third கோர்வை அடவு and fourth கோர்வை அடவு. That would be தத்தை தா, தித்தை தான். தத்தை தா, தித்தை தான். This கோர்வை அடவு is much more easier than the fifth and the sixth கோர்வை அடவுஸ். For this particular கோர்வை அடவு, we have to adapt the திருப்பதாக hand gesture. We have to adapt the திருப்பதாக hand gesture for both hands, and only the positions are different. For instance, I will show you here the திருப்பதாக hand gesture at the initial level of the seventh கோர்வை அடவு. I am keeping it at chest level and making both the hands to face upwards. Ta, dittai ta, tattai ta, dittai ta, tattai ta, dittai ta, tattai ta, dittai ta. The hand at the end, the hand which I am stretching out has to face upwards, and the hand at the chest level in the middle has to face down. It is much more easier than the fifth and the sixth கோர்வை அடவுஸ்.